Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to an unboxing. Tonight we're going to be unboxing the Stygian Society and the expansions that come with it. This is a recent Kickstarter. It's done by Ape Games. I think it's Ape. Let me just read it correctly so I get it right for you. Ape Advanced Primate Entertainment. I had to say it that way. And I was really looking forward to this. This is so cool, and I'm glad it has arrived. It's a pretty interesting thing. We'll take a look at it right now. If you haven't seen it before, you're about to. So let's step into this unboxing. Okay, so here we are with the Stygian Society. Now you notice that this is it's got a nice covered sleeve on it. I already tore it part open, so I didn't have to spend a lot of time taking the shrink off with you. But it is a cool looking box. Now it's got a sleeve on the main box. So in here I said I wasn't going to take all kinds of times doing this, and I did anyway. But this is the main box, and it is sleeved. So this is a very nice. It's got a nice embossed raised thing with the fence, and it says the Stygian Society on it. It's very cool. I'm going to tilt this up for just a moment. Oh, that went nuts on me, and I'm going to take the sleeve off so we can take a look at the box and what's inside. And okay, here's the front of the box right here. This is the front of the box. As you can see, it's got some really nice artwork on it. It's got some very cool characters. This is a game by Kevin Wilson. I think you should know who Kevin Wilson is by now if you're in the gaming world. Done some pretty big games. And then you look at this side here. It shows that this is a game that's 14 or plus, 150 minutes. So it's a lengthy one. It's 1 to 4 players, so we can play it solo. And that's pretty cool. Next, we'll go to the back of the box. We're going to see what it says to us right here. And you can see something that what makes this very interesting. This tower. Yeah, we're going to climb this tower. Do some things. You see there's some components down here that are pretty neat. You are playing individual players. There's a big board here. We're going to talk about what's inside in just a moment. It says, the Stygian Society. It talks about the box content. You can see there's a bunch of stuff. A rule book, a field board. So I don't know which one's the field board, but anyway, a status board. I think that's a status board. A cube tower, 4 mats, 4 hero mats. Burglar, Doctor, Knight, Spell Sling. Pretty cool. 4 mid-boss mats. So we got some mid-bosses we're going to take care of. 4 wizard mats. 4 wizard mats. 26 room cards. 60 hero cards. 25 chest cards. 40 treasure cards. 21 enemy cards. 16 status cards. 1 hero figure. 18 enemy figures, 6 status trackers, 28 wound tokens, 48 status tokens, 30 hero cubes, and 1 storybook by Elaine Cunningham. How cool is that? Okay, that's pretty neat. All right, it says, be it hereby resolved by the order of the Emperor, our country calls upon the Stygian Society in all this dark time. It is your goal to battle up the tower, encounter the evils therein, and defeat them. The Stygian Society is a cooperative cube tower adventure. Instead of rolling dice, players drop cubes, matching their selected skill into the tower. Some cubes will stick inside, but players and game-controlled enemies alike can use cubes that fall from the tower's mouth. Cubes landing in the fence crypt count double. Defeat the evil wizard on the top floor and become legends. And that's what we want to do. I like becoming legends, especially in games. It's pretty neat. Let's crack this big box open and see what is inside. So I'm really looking forward to this game. It's going to be pretty neat. Let me just pack. I'm going to do one little break. Just want to make sure I got what this is. Hold on just a sec. Well, I don't know what these stickers are yet, but we'll find out. Here's the storybook. I don't know if we're supposed to read it, so I'm just going to kind of flip through it. It looks like it's actually a story, not like a game-based story, so we should be okay there. We're not going to read that. I'm going to leave that for you. That's the storybook. It's pretty cool. We got these 2 stickers, 3 and 6. I think they're for the tower, I would guess. And here be the rules. So we'll just flip through the rule book and see how nice that is. Ooh, it's really nicely laid out. I like it. Looks really clean and crisp. It's got some instructions on how to build the tower. It talks about the wizard mats. Pretty neat. The hero mats and what they do. Boss mats. Enemy. I like the way that's broken down. It shows everything that you can do. The chest decks, the upper room decks. Setting up the game looks pretty simple and clean. There's a lot going on, though. I'll tell you that right now. Pretty neat. Gameplay, starting a new floor. Okay. Taking a turn. other game details. Not a heavy game rule book. It's like 12 pages, front to back. That's not bad at all. And then you have another thing that shows you how to put the tower itself together. Tower is a critical piece of the game, plus some other elements. There's this graveyard thing where they spill out into. So that's very cool to see. And this is single-sided, so it's not going to be that bad. Don't be intimidated by having to put something together. I don't always enjoy it, but it'll be fine for this game. Here's the player board. It says 1 start. I guess that's the first floor, and it goes up from there. Again, I'm not too sure on the rules yet. We'll have to see. But I'm sure it'll be all clear after I read the rules. And this looks like the status board right here. It certainly does. That's a really nice board. We'll have to see what it does. I'm excited to see how this game plays out. I got an idea, but it's been a long time. I mean, I looked into the Kickstarter for this many, it seems like forever ago. So, okay, yeah, and there's 3 and 6. I guess the 3 and 6 floors have stickers, and 1, 2, 4, and 5 have actual printed numbers on the boards. You can see here's the tower itself. There's the tokens. The tokens look pretty good. I'm not going to punch them out right now, but they look like typical tokens. Nothing fancy. The cardboard's not super thick, which I thought it'd be thicker for the tower. But it's thick enough. I'm sure it'll hold up. We'll see, because we're going to play it, of course. Let's see how that works out. Here are the hero cards. These are nice. See that this is nice and thick. This is what I'm talking about. I feel the tower should have been like this quality of thickness to make sure it was durable and lasted. Because these four things are really solid. That is great. Okay, and then we have, of course, these are all in shrink, so I will try and pop them out. Looks like this is this is some kind of part of. I think this is part of an expansion because all these things are in their own little baggies. So I'm worried about taking them out and not putting them back. There's the upper room cards. These are rooms, I guess. Okay, I don't know how to play the game yet, so I guess I'll have to see. Here's some of these. Look like some of the enemies. Patchwork Atom, the Grim Puppeteer. It has lots of stuff on what they do. Peril events. I don't know what that does do yet. Gerard, Seraphina, the Deathless Sentinel. Can't be good with the Deathless Sentinel. The Rat Queen. Don't like her. Emmerich. He looks pretty cool. And Anastasia. Looks like a Disney villain or something like that. Pretty neat. I like the artwork. Artwork's pretty good. I like it a lot. Okay. Again, I'm not sure what all these are, so I guess we can take them out. They're in their own bag. We're going to take them out and take a look at them, but I'm worried about spoilers because I don't know and don't want to spoil anything for you. Because it says room upper card, for example, which makes me think we don't want to spoil this, right? So I'm not going to take a look at that one. I'll take a look at these. Run and gun. These look like scenarios, right? Slash and burn. I'll have to find out what these are. These are creatures, I think. The parlor. No, these are places and creatures and crushing walls of doom. These are like things that we do. What are they called? They're room cards. Okay, we're going to hold on to those. I'm not going to spoil all those for you. I'm going to put them back. But they're room cards that would have, I think, events and things occur in them. So this is kind of like an adventure game. So that's, well, not kind of like. It is an adventure game, so that's pretty neat. And I'm going to assume that this here is something expansion related because it was in its own little baggie. But here are the cards. These are, let's take a look at those. We'll peel them out. There aren't any, this is meant for the tower to go in. So see, right here, there's lots of stuff in here, but right here I think, see, because it's slotted, so I'm pretty sure that's where the tower goes. A little reluctant to open some of the stuff because they didn't, guys, listen to gamers provide baggies. Baggies are important because there's 3 decks of cards in here. Oh wait, and here I am saying provide baggies, and they did. Good job, guys. Now, I don't know if those will fit the cards. It doesn't look like it. These are some, unless there's enough for many decks. I mean, they will, but we'll see. We'll peel off one of these. We'll see what the card art is the same style. It looks really good. So I'm happy about that. Looks like there's items in here. There's all kinds of stuff in here. But let's see. Let's see. And then, of course, there's lots of cubes in there because it's a tower drop game, right? So, you know, is what it is. So these are going to be, oh, these are abilities or something. Looks like they're the abilities of characters. Yeah, that's sweet. I love it when a game gives you options. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I'm not sure what these cards are. I'm sure if I look in the rules, we'll find out. And we have more of the same here, but there's also some other cards like Shielding Focus looks like a skill card or something, and then there's treasure cards. So I'm going to put those back right now. I think you see the cards are good quality. Let's just check that out. Are they? Yeah, they're normal cardstock, nothing fancy. A little on the thinner side, but I think they're normal, just normal cardstock, which is fine. And then these are I think these are the character cubes that would go with the various characters with these guys here. And I noticed that the images do match those cards, so I think these are special abilities. Yeah, the spell sling. Yeah, those are special. These are abilities for the characters, which means that looks like there's some advancement options and things you can do to make them better, which I love. And then you got a bunch of bags of cubes. Let's take a look at those because they look pretty good. They're in sealed bags, so that's what the baggies are for. Yeah, I mean normal cubes, but nice ones. They're not cheesy ones at all. They're nice and big and thick, so that's nice to have. There's several kinds. Got red, black, basically with these, green, blue, yellow, and clear. Okay. Don't know what they're for yet, but we'll find out. Then there's life tokens, and I'm not sure what these are for yet. There's 4 of these tokens as well, and then there's a bunch of other stuff. Well, this is the crypt thing there, the top of the tower, and then there's some minis that I think represent bad guys, and there's one that represents the party or the heroes. And so basically, guys, that's what's in this box. It's quite a bit of stuff, right? I love these. I wish all the boards were like this. These are nice and thick. It's good they'll last. That's a good thing. But until we built the tower, we don't have to worry about that. We're just going to put that in here for now. And basically, guys, that's it. It's in the main box. However, I have a couple other things. So we're going to just start packing this away. Putting this back in place for the moment. And then we'll talk about what the other boxes are that I've got. So let's do that. All right, we have 2 expansions here. We have the Tower Laboratory, which I think is going to give us more stuff. Let's see what it says on the back of the box here. This Tower Laboratory expansion says, the box contains 4 new heroes, the chemist, the mechanic, the psychic, the engineer, 2 wizards, mad scientist, mystic, 2 mid-bosses, 10 rooms, 1 story card book by Elaine Cunningham, 60 hero skills, 16 treasures, 12 enemies, 1 hero figure, 10 electric cubes, 1 rulebook. So this is going to introduce a new tower, I think, like the Tower Laboratory, instead of just the tower. So I'm going to open this up. We're going to see what's inside of this. There are 2 of these, by the way. You see the other one says the Cursed Library. So basically we have the base game plus these 2 expansions that we can play on, which is kind of neat. Again, nice, really nice packaging. The box is fantastic. It's got a nice coat to it and everything. Here's the storybook. It tells the story of the laboratory. Here's the extra rules. Specialized tools. The mechanic, this is one of the other characters. They said there were several in here. There's 4, whatever. Mechanic. Here is the chemist. That's funny. The chemist, the spark, the psychic. He looks like a crazy old dude. And they all have a special ability and some things here that I'm not sure what they do yet. So we'll find out. And then the special, so it says add 1 extra cube to any action you take that drops at least 1 hero cube in the tower. Okay, so special abilities directly related to the game, additional cubes for their color, an additional hero miniature, and then of course beasties and room cards, right? So room cards. And then let's take a look at some of the monsters here. And again, I don't know the rules enough to know like I don't know what this means, to be honest with you. I'm sure it'll be figured out. This is front and rear. So it looks like when they come out in some kind of battle formation, and we have to deal with that. But there is the Mecha Beast, the Juggernaut, and Ludwig. Ludwig is a bad guy, right? Yeah, he's a pretty tough bad guy too, with a brain case and a big giant rock fist. Interesting. And then it says Melunius. I think this is just another bad guy. Maybe not the bad guy, but just another bad guy right here. And so that's what it says, wizard mats. So these are the wizard mats. It said 2 wizard mats, right? And yeah, these are beasts, like mid bosses, and then wizard mats. Okay. You can see he's got a lot of abilities. He's got some things to fight. Now, again, I don't know how to play yet, so we'll see. But then there's additional cards. We're not going to get into those. I think you got a good idea of what comes in these expansion boxes. Just more adventuring goodness, basically. Let's pack that one up and put that aside. We'll take a look at the last one. It says the Cursed Library. And I'm hoping that thematically these are very different in play than each other. So that would be really good to know. Again, wonderful artwork on it. Hope to see more out of this. Maybe some more games or something that are in this in this world, because the artwork's great and looks like it's got interesting stories. This is the Cursed Library. See a bunch of stuff there. It's going to similarly 4 authors with each having 1 author mat, 6 characters, I guess because it's a library, 8 skills, 4 wizard mats, 4 mid bosses, 32 book cards. Well, I'll see what those do. 6 lower floors, upper floors, additional wound tokens, ink tokens, 12 new status cards. So this one looks like it plays very different. Take on the tower in a whole new way. Villains from classic literature have taken form and occupy the library. Defeat them to acquire worthy characters that will help you fight your way up the tower. Interesting. The fate of the world once again depends on the Stygian Society. So obviously, you should play through the base game before you're moving on to these, but let's open it up and just see what's inside. Because I like to see the stuff they have in it. I'm very curious what these look like. This one looks like it plays different. I realized I didn't read that bit on the back of the other one, so we'll take a look at that too before we end. So, storybook. Cursed Library has a thicker rule book. 3 whole pages. Woo, that's crazy. All right, and then it says enemies. Oh, these are big enemy book cards. These are the book cards. The Wizard of Oz, the Time Machine. And they do certain things. We'll have to see what they are. Being a Kevin Wilson game, they're probably, I'm sure this is going to make a lot of sense and play out kind of like one of the games. Like, he did Arkham Horror, for example, or was one of the people on Arkham Horror, so it's pretty good. Bold writing. Mary Shelley is one of the characters. Jane Austen, H.G. Wells, and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Interesting. Those are the characters that you can play. That's cool. I like that. Let's see what else we got here. Versus Childhood Imagination. These are the room cards, right? Yeah, the room cards that we saw before. Again, I don't know what they do, and I don't want to spoil them, so I'm not showing them too much. And then we have The Martians, The Invisible Man. By the way, if you haven't seen the new Invisible Man, it's actually not a bad film. It's pretty good. The Red Death, like that. The Phantom, nice. Dracula is one. He looks like one of the wizards. Yeah, Dracula, Dr. Frankenstein and Frankenstein. Professor Moriarty, but I don't see Sherlock Holmes. You got Moriarty, but not Holmes. And Captain Nemo. Why is Captain Nemo a bad guy? I don't know. I guess he can be considered either or. And of course, they have special abilities. So this says Van Helsing, but I didn't recall seeing a Van Helsing card. Did you? In the character cards? Maybe I just missed it. Oh, the very first one. No, it says Mary Shelley has Van Helsing as a card. I don't know what these skill cards do, so maybe when we play we'll learn it, but we probably won't play this one for a while. There's all this other stuff to go through. Anyway, those are the characters. There's a hero pawn again, and again, it said about extra these tokens that came in the game, and that's really it, guys. That's it for the packaging. I mean, we've got to get the tower together and see what it looks like. It's going to be super cool once we get all that stuff in place. I mean, seeing it in action, it's really, really neat. So, super excited to show it to you. But we got to get through Yggdrasil first. We'll do that soon. And let's see what this says here. Because I didn't read this section, so I'm going to do it now. Our fate, once again, depends on the Stygian Society. It has been almost 100 years since the heroes put down the... Whoa, maybe we're spoiling it. I don't know. I think we'll wait there. I'm not going to read that. You can read it if you want to. I don't want to know yet. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I know this isn't a long video. It's just a short unboxing video. But I hope you appreciated it and enjoyed it. So let me know what you think of what you saw in the Stygian Society. God, I'm really debating on what's going to get to the table next with all this stuff coming in. I was thinking about doing a tapestry solo, but this might be good too. Tell me what you think. If you'd want to see this over that or anything else that comes to mind. I don't have everything, but I have a lot of things. Tell me what you want to see on the table, and that'd be great. So thanks. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Have a good one.